Hey YouTube, it's me again. I know I haven't put a video out forever. Well, I did the Thanksgiving one, and I guess it was just 29th Street having the 50-cent sale because the next day when I got off of work, I stopped at the one on First Street, and they didn't have it for 50 cents, and then they didn't have even a bow. I would have paid full price to get the bow, so I'd had the whole set, but it's either here or there. So other than that, I've been decorating this room and doing what I do. So it's I'm getting ready. The first clip in this little thing I'm going to show you was September 27th. I was going to the Habitat for Humanity. I swore I would never go to the Habitat for Humanity because about 5 years ago, I had went there a few times and I wasn't walking out with anything because everything was outrageous. I remember I saw these cute little glasses and they had this gold filigree on it, and there were 6 little glasses on this little tray. And I would have never used them. It would have just been a Chotsky taken up, making dust, But I thought, oh, they're so pretty. And I turned it upside down. It was $15. And I thought, well, this is like 5 years ago too. I thought, well, that's a little pricey, for Habitat or Goodwill, but I'm going to get it. So I started putting them in my buggy, and then I don't know what made me turn the tray over, I guess just to see. It said $20, and I thought, well, do they want 15 or do they want 20? It dawned on me, they were wanting $15 for each one of those little glasses. It'd have been over $100 if I'd have bought all the glasses, and I thought, what? So anyway, I left that alone, and I went over and I looked at the books. And it's sort of hard to look at books at the Goodwill and places like that because you're only seeing the spine. You're trying to read, see if there's an author that So I would find a book and I think, okay. And then I was expecting them to say like $3 for a hardback, $1.50 for a, paperback. But it wasn't like that. They were pricing each book individually. And so when I'd get a book, I compared how much I could get on eBay. I could get it cheaper on eBay after paying shipping. And I thought, well, what is going on? I can't remember who I was with, but I remember saying, come on, let's just go. I'm not coming. This place is just, I don't know what's going on here. So when I'm walking out the door, there was a crabby old lady at work there. I don't know if she still works there or not, because the little girl when I went this last time was just a sweet little girl. But she said, you couldn't find anything you wanted, like a witch. And I thought, no, honey. I said, I'm not a loud person in public. I'm not a Karen. And I said, no, honey, I just couldn't afford everything. Everything you had it's just way too much. And then she said something, I can't remember what she said. And I said, this stuff is donated to you all. And she got loud and said, well, do you know how much gas is? And we have to go pick this stuff up. And I just thought, you're not going to raise your voice to me. And I just walked on out the door and left her talking. So, but as I'm walking out the door, I'm thinking, call Habitat for Humanity and ask them to come pick something up. If it's over 10 miles, I'm not coming. So how much gas, So by the time I left, I thought, never again. I'm never, ever going there again, ever. The place was packed full of stuff too. So I guess just stuff wasn't selling, So 5 years later, I go down there the other day on September 27th. That's when that's when I get done talking right now. That's where the video will start, is September 27th of me going to the Habitat looking for a headboard and a chair. And I was really impressed when I went down there too, because all the headboards were $10, all the chairs were $5. The artwork was a little pricey, but other than that, everything that I looked at, I thought, well, that's not bad. So, and it was a lot more. They didn't have as much furniture. I didn't even bother to look at their glassware, or I don't think I noticed books, because books will draw me. I'll go look at the books, but I don't even think I've seen any books, or I wasn't, looking. So anyway, I'm going to quit talking. I just wanted to let y'all know that's why it's been a long video. So the first clip is September 27th, and I'm going to the Habitat to get my headboard and chair. Let's see. Yep, there's this is Habitat store, or Restore. That's what it's called, Restore. Let me turn you around. Okay. This is where we're going. Whoa, sorry, Nelly. for a whole lot of people here. Okay. So let's go on in there and see what they got. I think I found my chair. I like the back of that. And you know I'm gonna recover it. I like that. $5. Let me get it. They have other chairs, but none of them. None of them's cute. This one was pretty. Let's see what they're wanting for it. $65. I guess that's not too bad. At one time that was a nice piece, wasn't it? It still might be, I don't know. $150 for that. $25 for this. $25, $65. They want $65 for that. These are some cute tables. $15 and $25, so $50, $65 for all three of them. Oh, there's the headboards. Let's see. Get that Otami one. Oh, I sort of like that one. $10 for that one right there. Why is there not a price on this one? What do y'all think? Does it sort of look like a baby crib? It better be up against the wall. Well, you can see it slammed it down. I got it in the car. That boy was trying to help me, but he was being too precious. Like he was scared. And I told him, I said, don't even worry about scratching my old van. And don't worry about scratching the headboard because I'm painting it and the chair. Okay, I'm at my happy place. I'm going to try to find me a bedspread. This is just all sheets and stuff. There we go. Oh, I already see the one. I want this. Oh, I like that one too. Look how girly that looks. That looks girly, doesn't it? But I want to do it in blue. I'm thinking about this one right here. Okay, I think that one's it. I've looked around. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead and get this one. Hey, you two. We're going to Lowe's today. Over here in South Point, Ohio, because it's closer than the one in West Virginia. So, while I'm going over here to South Point, let's see, there's also my favorite good, let me hold you so you don't fall. My favorite Goodwill's over here, the one where I got that guest purse. And Aldi's, they took our Aldi's out and moved it over here to South Point, which just makes it just a little too, I didn't go to the one down here because I thought it was too far to go, and now it's even further, so I never get to go to Aldi's. But I was thinking, you know what, Aldi's is over here, and I was thinking, you know, I want something different to put up into my my prepper food, all my canned foods and stuff, and so I thought, well, let me go here at Aldi's and see what they have, you know, something different maybe. I mean, well guys, they didn't have anything at my favorite Goodwill. Last time I went there, the prices were real good, and then on top of it, they were like having a half price sale. And then this last time I went, the time before last, is when I found my guest purse that I really liked. So let's go on down to Lowe's. Aldi's is right there, but I want to get Lowe's first. Okay, I'm back from Lowe's and Aldi's and so Goodwill. And here's the paints that I got. I got this, I think it's called Mountain River. Well, come on, Jen, get it. Yeah, that's the dark. And then I got the, there's the light blue. Coventry blue. So, I got the little can of Valspar for the dark blue and the big can. So I didn't get the cheapest Valspar. I got the third up. So, and then I got, here's my little equipment. This is just a plastic thing, but I thought I had the liner. This is just a, you know, a liner for the tray. So, but I can't find the tray now that I'm home, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll do what we can do. Anyway, I thought those colors went good with that. And then this material, that was the bag that the comforter came in. So I've got this material to do the, to recover the cushion on my chair. And I thought I'm going to paint the chair that dark blue and then put this material on it. All right. I'm doing this room makeover. And, all this crap's coming out of my closet. I've got to get all this crap off my bed so I can sleep tonight. And it's like almost 8 o'clock. I thought that I would go through this tote and be able to throw things away. And I can't. And then, it's the first time I've seen the floor of my closet for I don't know how long. And then this box is just all dishes and cups and just napkins and brain molds and cups and, you know, just platters and bowls and serving stuff. Okay, it is the next day and I've had my coffee. I've been in here piddling some, trying to get some stuff done. And I know by looking right now, it looks like I got a lot done last night, believe it or not. I've got to get all this Halloween crap put back up because I'm a Halloween hoarder. I guess I can't let it go if it's Halloween related. But I did go through a lot of my clothes. I got a whole tub in here of stuff I'm going to donate. I've got stuff I threw away. So I am making progress. But I wanted to clean this closet out and get it situated before I did, you know, the room itself. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this closet clean and then I'll move on to the next project. This is where I hide everything from behind my door. So these are my this is like my crafts and stuff. My tools, my crafts. There's my dominoes and backgammon. There's different, you know, different things in there, but mostly it's crafts and tools and like, see, like there's all my little paints and there's tools. And so, I mean, I can't get rid of none of that. That's going to go back behind my door. I don't have anywhere else to put it. But I've got all these shoes I'm getting ready to get rid of. I got all those boots out of here. I'm going to go through here and try to, I don't even know what shoes are in those boxes. I know there's a pair of brand new Coach boots right there. I'm never going to wear them. All right, so I'm going to get off here and, we'll see how many shoes I throw away. All the shoes to give away. They're really nice too. Look, those are new in the box, never been worn. Christy gave me a lot of these shoes that, look at these little nice ones. It's still got the stuff in it. They got some dust on them, but they still got the little, see, it has a bag for each shoe. This shoe's already in the bag. I hate to just give that, and these Coach boots are still brand new. I hate to just give brand new shoes. Look, they're just brand new. I hate to just give them to Goodwill. I'd love to have somebody to give them to, but you know what? I don't. I've asked a couple neighbors. Nobody's got big feet like me, so you know what? I'm going to take it to Goodwill. Okay, guys, I am fixing to finally paint. It's been a minute. It sure has. And I got the wall. I got it spackled. I got the holes filled up. Well, we got to stir that up, don't we? Oh, that's going to look pretty, isn't it? Okay. Let's get this party started. All right, so it's the next day. Let's just take a look at my kitchen, shall we? And there's that nut over there. My God, I forgot what kittens were like. She is just right crazy. I mean, crazy. So, anyway, let me get through here. My whole house is dirty. It's just nutty looking, and I'm gonna show you how nutty it is in here too. But everything's piled up. I slept on my couch last night. Look, I got all that, the light blue. I got all of it done. I didn't get any white for trim. And I'm going to have to run to Walmart today and get some trim. So that's the one I'm getting. Almost 30 bucks. The paint wasn't that expensive at Lowe's, and I had them make it for me. I didn't know they sold boxes like this up here. I found this the large one, for under $3. I need to build I have a bunch of styrofoam and stuff I've saved. So I'm going to build the little cat house for the front porch. Okay, so here's the white we're working with. It's all right. I wanted it to be a little brighter white, a little crisper, but that's okay. Yay! My room is painted. Look. I mean, I got to take the vents and put them back on. I was cleaning them. If they don't come clean, I'm just going to paint them white. But all the trim's done. Yay, 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 yay. I'm very happy about that. So, got the window done with my crackhead blinds. But I thought about getting a new set of blinds, but the cats will do that again. And once I put my curtains up, you won't see it. So, I'm done painting my room. Woo! So now I'm just painting the furniture. So, on to the next project. So, here's my next project. I just did a one coat on this. And, well, look, I didn't get that right there. I didn't see it. That's what color it was before. And I was thinking, let me get that right now while we're talking. I was thinking about doing it in a blue, but I was thinking if it gets scratched or something, it won't look as bad. If I'm gonna do a second coat on it, it won't look as bad if it's this color, you know, than to. But then look, I can't have nothing cat paws. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a second coat. But I was just showing you, I went ahead and painted it white. I think that'll look nice. And here's another project almost completed. These are the vents off of my closet door. This one I could probably get by without giving a second coat, but I'm going to. And this one, if you look at it like that, see, you can really tell it needs a second coat. Okay, look. I got the vents back on. And look, it's already looking like crap right here. It's already taken the paint off. I'll have to re-hit that. Okay. Okay. See it together. It needs stirred too. I just shook the crap out of it too. I don't have another stir stick. Anyway, there's our blue. I painted my window that I made. I love that. I know maybe y'all don't, but I do. And I painted my hall tree. You know, it had all my purses hanging on it. It was red right by my door. So I think that looks 100% better. Let me back up a little bit. So now I just have to do my chair, you know, that sits in front of the desk. Y'all, I can't figure out how to take the seat off. Usually, well, they're not wanting me to take these screws out, right? And the nails and all that just to... Hold on. Oh, I'm going to have to get on YouTube University, I guess. Let me see. I don't see like a screw up in there. And there isn't any. Wait. Wait. Is that it right there? Is that the screw they want? All right, let's see. Okay, so that was an ordeal getting that off. But we do have it off. And if, you know, while we're at it, I just want to show you all a close-up of the chair. How pretty look how pretty this chair is. Just the legs on her. And I like that braid that goes around. She is just so sturdy. She's just a really nice chair. Somebody else has tried to paint her before. I didn't even notice it. And I love those curves on her back. So that's exactly what I was looking for. It couldn't be much better than this. So when I was looking for a chair, this was just so perfect. So anyway, let's quit admiring the chair and start painting it. Another project almost finished. I've got 2 coats on her. I just, you know, I'm going to let her dry until the morning, and then I'm going to put her seat on her. Okay, guys, I forgot to do the before and after. I got into it before. So there's before, there's during, and I'll show you after. But before I show you after, I want to, look, I'm just standing on my chair. That looks cute after I painted it and recovered it, don't it? It's got a seam right there, but that's just, you know, that's just how the bag. All right, let's get up here. Let me show you. I wanted to show you this. Remember that border from the 70s and 80s that people would put up? Oh my goodness. They put this up when I was a teenager. I'm in my 60s. This has got to be at least 40 years old. That's right scary. Look, all the plasters fell down. You can see a piece of plaster laying right there on the edge right there. So, anyway, let me get all this nastiness down because they sent me a text message saying that they were going to deliver the tiles today. Okay, look how pretty. They just one box came. And I asked that little boy that was delivering it, I said, do you have 2 other boxes? Because it was 3 boxes. Each box has 12 tiles in it. And he said, no, that's all they gave me. And I thought, oh, God. But then he said, they might come tomorrow. So I'm not going to start freaking out and all that stuff. But look, that's it. That's 12 tiles. And look how thick, you know, the other ones were. And that's only what? That's 4 tiles. It's ugly and dirty. It's pretty. Oh, goodness. I want to put one up right now. I don't care. I know I haven't painted and all that, but let me grab one and put it up because I have more than I need. I had to buy about boxes of 12, and I only need 30. So, okay, let me put you down and I'll come back. There it is. Look how pretty she's going to be. I like that. I like that a lot. Lucky, I got 6 of them up, but I'm getting ready to, put one of those that I have to measure in. So, let me turn some light on so you can see. So, I measured it, and it says that you can cut it with scissors. So, I'll be right back. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So, I marked it on the back. Let's see, is it this or the other side? All right, let me, I'm not setting up my tripod and all that stuff. I'm in the middle of working, but let me see if this fits and I'll show you. Okay, got it up there. Wasn't too bad. It's just not going to lay flat on the grid on that side, you know, on the side of the wall, because it's ridged. You know? So that's the paint that I'm painting with. It's just that, that cheap paint that, you know, from Walmart. I think it was like 58 cents. Because it's matte. It's not a gloss. It was cheaper. So that's what I'm painting the ceiling with. That's the whitest white that I could find. So, and it's working. I'm back at it, YouTube. I haven't been working in here for like a week or so because I had that flu. I never get sick, but I got it this time and it took me down. I did work the one day I was supposed to work, but other than that, it's been rough. It's been rough going. But, I mean, I can't breathe and all that stuff. But I have a little bit of energy today. So I end up removing all the tiles. I got all them out. And putting them in are so easy peasy. It's nothing. I need to move this stuff so I can get that one out and the little one behind it. And then put these little ones on down the wall. Painting the grids just takes not seconds, but it's the, you know, along the wall. That's what I'm doing over there. That's why I got my ladder there. So let me go ahead and finish this ceiling and tackle that one in the middle. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me do all that and then I'll come back and show you the big reveal. Look at that. One cut. I did it. I am so amazed at myself right now that I got that middle. So, I know I said the big reveal, but I was just so proud of myself when I got this square done. So, I'm still not done. let me get this. Let me finish up this ceiling and then clean my room and then the big reveal. Okay, now here's the big reveal. Okay, so y'all know I painted it, and there's the star of the show right there, that ceiling. I really, really like that ceiling. So let's see. I just kept my furniture exactly where it was to start with because I've been here 20 years. I know what works, you know. I know where my stuff can go. So I went ahead and just left that my desk and stuff there. But there's the chair after I painted it and covered it. I think it looks so much better. And then I painted the window and my hall tree. I think that looks 100% better. Let's see. And then over here, there's my little table that I painted. Let me do a close-up of the knob. Look, I painted that little knob to try to look like my blue and white stuff. So, there's a picture of my baby. I miss him. It was a hard Thanksgiving yesterday without him. It was my first Thanksgiving being by myself. So, anyway, as long as he's happy, that's all that really matters anyway, though, isn't it? There's the headboard I got. And actually, it's probably made for a queen-size bed. I didn't even think about that when I bought it. I just thought, oh, I like that. Let me get it. So, I didn't paint it or anything. I cleaned it real good. I thought, look, it's the same color as my dresser. You know, so there was no sense in painting it, I didn't think. And then, basically, you know, my desk is the same color brown. So, I like that. It's the same artwork. You know, this picture used to be here, and that picture used to be there. I used a lot of what I already had, you know. I wasn't trying to spend a whole lot doing this makeover anyway. I ended up spending about $300 though. This is what made such an improvement for me. This right here. Remember how, it looked. I'll try to put a picture right here. But where I put it up 6 high instead of 6 sideways, gave me a nice little nightstand now next to my bed at night. I'm looking for a little tiny lamp to put there, but see, I'm putting my phone. I lay my phone right there, my glasses. It's nice. Got a little place to keep my Carmex. I have to do my lips every night. I can't sleep with dry lips. Anyway, that looks so much better. Look, all those shoes are gone. This is what I didn't do. This is where I keep all my tennies, is on the back of here. I didn't do this. Well, see, you can see a little bit. Look how dirty and ugly that was before. Look how dusty and stuff. So I'm going to do this door because I'm going to do I have so much white left. I'm going to go ahead and do the trim in my kitchen. Not today, but let's see. Any more projects? Did I do any more projects? I don't think so. I did buy some more. I just thought this blue really made my blue and white stuff pop. So I did buy some on eBay, on auction. I got this. Look at that big old ball. I thought it was a carpet ball. I just thought it was going to be, you know, like that. And it ended up coming. I was so impressed how big that was. And then this I won on auction. Isn't she pretty? I think so. So I got a couple little things on eBay. I won that teapot. I won that on an auction on eBay too. So I didn't spend a whole lot. There's where I hide my litter box. See, you can't see it though. You know? Can't nobody see the litter box except for me when I clean it. So, and I told you the ceiling was the star of the show, right? And okay, I'm going to give some tips right now for this ceiling. I don't think that you all can tell, but the ceiling tiles along the wall are upside down. I flipped them because the ridges were so deep. And see, you can see in the ridges, you can see the wall. So what I did was I took one of the tiles and I cut strips. So I laid the strip I'm going to put on top of the door right there. See how I laid it right there on top of the door? Then I laid the tile down on top of it so that along the wall, it made such a big improvement. So that's one of the tips that I have. Well, two of them is to put that piece of white behind it and then turn them upside down if you got deep ridges. I looked at so many videos on YouTube, and I couldn't find any tips or tricks. So one man did say, and I think he was like the owner of the company or something. He said, if you have a grid that's already up, you'll probably have to make some cuts. So you don't want to buy deep ridged. And I thought, well, thanks for telling me now after I have them. But I got these at Walmart. I paid $138 because I got three sets of 12. And I want to show you this too in my closet because I thought this was neat. Let's see, sorry. Okay, so here's the tile. Let me put it right here. I was thinking you could paint a tile. You could paint it all gold and then just put maybe a mirror right there. I got like 5 extra tiles. And then, if you wanted to, let me see, sorry, hold on. Is it going to stay? And look, if you wanted to, you could put, I mean, that's just barely hanging up there right now, but you could put a mirror in it. You could put a picture in it. You could paint it black. You could paint it any color you wanted and just use that little square in the middle for a picture or a mirror. There's, I think, a lot of things that you could do, but the strips that I took were just like, you know, that's how I got the strips. But I thought there was a lot of crafts that I thought that you could do with with the leftover tiles. So, but anyway, I guess that's me. Look, I don't have enough cats, do I? Anyway, so here it is. I mean, that's it. I guess that's everything to show you all. Yeah, that's everything. So thanks for watching my video. I know it was a super long one. I usually don't put out half-hour videos, but I did this time. So anyway, YouTube, I hope y'all have the best day, and thanks for watching my video.